midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mariota on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Sony Michel, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw Mariota. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Mariota. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Throwing is Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. Caught right side, Davis. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down, Jacksonville.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own, and to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, Michel. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Mariota. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Third and long here for Mariota. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Corey Coleman back deep to return. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Right here, right here. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. All right. Here we go. Let's go, Dean. Hey, let's get this.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lucas. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, Jackson. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Now a give right side. It's Lucas. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Michelle going to try again. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
It's been a long day for you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st down, Lucas. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. D.D. Westbrook, 27 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
44. Watch QB drop.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's third down.
Defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Here we go. Blue line. Crunch time, defense.
From the gun, Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Check to him, 26. Kill.
They'll try the left side. It's Lucas. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Set. Keep running. 61. Match box. Right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Down. 53. Mark 54.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man right side is Shark. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I'm coming after you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. 55, Mike, got 55. Let's go, D. Mike, 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Jackson throwing again. Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson now. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Double dog. Double dog. Come on. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Set up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. The open man is Shark. It's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little Short, though, with that marker. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Jackson will keep it. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the 1st down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Mariota to throw it. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lucas. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
To throw is Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you know.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
On first down, Lucas. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lucas, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Come on.
3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Shift.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lucas, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check 50. Joker. That's it. Hey, check 24.
They go with Howard again. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets them behind the line. They're not messing around. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 47 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Za'Darius Smith in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Set, hut, 56 the outlaw. 54 Mike. Hey, get in the weight room. Single.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jaguars, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.